Hi guys, this is Dandelion Song, and today is 9/12, and I hope to get this video up on the right day. Hi guys, just wanted to break in on this video and wish you a peaceful and safe and wonderful new moon. And I guess tomorrow there's also going to be a solar eclipse in Virgo, and I had briefly seen that that is going to cause people to want to feel to want to exceed more towards perfection. And it's interesting because although I missed any of the fasting or anything that she would do, because I wanted to kind of do something special for September, and I'm not a good faster because I get so hungry and then my eyes go blurry, and anyway, I'm not a very good faster. So what I'm going to do is just attempt to be more impeccable than usual, more kind and in control and objective, and I mean in control of my programming, I guess you could say, or conditioning, and self-loving and loving of other people. So I just wanted to share that with you and wish you a good cycle. And here comes the video. So hi guys, so here we are on this channel of Mr. Cutties, and I've seen his videos a few times, and I had kind of forgotten. I am subscribed to him, but I had kind of forgotten about his channel. He does great work, and I do watch his videos once in a while, and I wanted to thank a viewer for bringing this to my attention, because I learned a lot about Solomon's Temple, and I brought that knowledge to Washington, D.C., so I wanted to show you this. A viewer tipped me off about Mr. Cotty, and I have been watching his channel off and on. Some of his videos are too long. I know my videos are too long too, but he's got some great ideas, and he's been finding 923 in a lot of words like I have, and also in this grip. And also the other thing that I've noticed from this video, which is called the Mahabone Secrets, Secret Word and Secret Grip Observation and Discussion, part 1 of 2, is that he talks about religious fundamentalism and how you cannot use the Bible to decipher basically really anything. It's written for the commoners by the elite. And so it's if you look at it as a document that is as a propaganda document, then you can dissect some truth out of it. And I think that there is some truth in there, but you have to have a perspective to get the truth out of it. So that's refreshing, because I haven't heard very many people realize that. Now he talks about this video is good for a primer to get up to speed on King David and King Solomon and Abu Sharif, which is, I believe, except for in this video, I haven't watched enough of his videos to say what he knows, but in this video he does realize that the raising of Abu, what's the guy's name? Can you hand me my book? That this guy, what's his name? Oh, Hiram. Yeah, that this is a symbolic name. If this thing really happened where he raised him from the dead, that might have happened. However, all of the names and the tale has been symbolized. So I haven't heard him mention this, but I suspect from what he has said so far that he realizes that. Anyway, I just wanted to point this to you. And then on the second video, I found a layout of Solomon's Temple, which made me realize that I knew I laid my temple down wrong in Washington, D.C., but I didn't understand why, because I didn't see on this temple, it shows the 5 inner, and I was using these outer ones because I'll show you what I had. Let me pause this for a second. I'll bring it. Okay, so here's what I had. Oh, I guess I did have these inner ones, and maybe I just didn't see them, because now I think that these 5 inner stations are actually, they belong here, where I have placed the outer stations. I'll show you why I placed them there. See the buildings right there? Also, what I have noticed, and you probably heard me mention this. Okay, it's interesting. Everything's a mirror, and I guess it's mirroring the sky. Well, then I set this temple down without mirroring it first. So what we're going to do is come up here and grab this and mirror it, and then put it down and take a look at what it looks like, because I think this is going to matter. Alright, so here it is mirrored. This puts the Holy of Holies behind the eye, and that's where it should be. So sorry I didn't get this before, but I just wanted to make a video and show you what I'm learning kind of as we go. So I'll show you a little bit of how difficult this is to do. Let me grab this image in. First of all, you go to Add Image Overlay, and then it lets you browse. So then you pull it out, and I just show you this because I wasted like a lot of time trying to figure this out. Well, first of all, it's over here you have, I'm just going to show you these controls and then I'll fiddle with it. You don't have to watch me do that, but I wanted to show you this. Sometimes this thing works and sometimes it doesn't. And then you can also, there's a transparency toggle here. There's an altitude toggle that matters. Let me show you the altitude toggle. So I usually do an absolute around 170 meters. And then once you press OK, the thing is it lays down, then you have to go back and press it again, press properties to make it move again. Every time that you set it, it does that. Okay, well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to lay it down. You can push these in like this. So I just wanted to show you that because at first there's these places on here where you have location. At first I started messing with that and it took forever, so I didn't, in case you wanted to try this, I didn't want you to spend forever figuring that out, so I was going to show you how it works. Alright, well I fiddled with this a little bit. I don't know if I have this perfect. I was thinking, okay, well first, one thing that I like better about this is that these legs line up better. The Holy of Holies is over here in the Capitol building. Let me show you what this, I flip this back around so we can read it. So we have the Holy of Holies, the Ark, the veil. We have 15 chambers on each side. Make this bigger for you here. Move this down. Oops. Here we go. Okay. Then this is in the front. Over here is the molten sea. 8 steps and 17 steps. This is 15, and then they have 15 on either side here. And then they have some squared circles. Alright, altars of incense, holy place, tables of shewbread. Okay, so then we have the Yachin and the Boaz pillars. And then it looks like there's 2 pillars on either side of the ark here too. I'm not sure, but look here. So when we look at it in Washington, D.C., it's flipped from this. I just flipped it around so that we could read it, so it wouldn't be mirror image. Okay, so here it is flipped, and see, it just took me a while. I mean, I guess I noticed that things on the ground are flipped. You know, like even Isis is backwards. The throne, actually the throne looks to be forwards, the name of her throne, but also in Washington, in Paris, the Christ child, here, Harpocrates, his pigtails on the other side. So I, you know, just, this is, we're learning as we go along here, where we figure these things out, because I couldn't make this fit, but I think that at least I have the orientation right here. But I wanted to show you where the altar is. So the Holy of Holies is over here, and here's the major pillars. These are, I believe, the 2 sides of the Freemason arch, and as you can see, it's not perfectly, let me go over here. It's not perfectly over this, but it's not too bad. And as you can see, when I set this up, so I'll show you the parameters here. You can kind of see how the buildings line up here. And I don't think this is perfect. This probably needs to be a little wider. But this is the top. This is the back of the Holy of Holies, and I set it here on 1st Avenue. And you can see that this, what is the name of this street? Pennsylvania, and I think it's Maryland. Where's Maryland? Is this? I think this is Maryland. Can't see it right now. Oh, there it is. go right in to the Holy of Holies, and they would intersect more or less right here in the middle of the Capitol. And this puts the owl in the Holy of Holies, and the, well, at least his belly in the Holy of Holies, and the eye. And then I had the feeling that these were supposed to line up with the legs, and then this goes out to these two altars on the side. And then we do have a series of, whoops, series of 5 buildings here. So anyway, I'll try to line this up better. I don't want to take forever on here, but this goes with my recent videos about the Pope, the new numbers, these alignments, this being a cross facing west, and my feeling that we have a sacrifice, that we can identify a sacrifice site. Oh yeah, see, let me line this up with this one, Constitution Avenue, and then this one is goes right there, and I think the symmetry's, well, maybe I'll line it up with the whole body of Horus here. So as you can see, this lines up a lot better now, and this is 0.07 miles off of the center cross of this point. This is a 0 meridian, zero heading going this way, and it's also a 360 heading going this way, because as you know, the 360 meets the 0 right there. So that's almost like a sacred point, a sacred meridian, because the whole vector math, beauty of the 9 is that it's the everything and the nothing. And 360 digital root is a 9, and 0, the digital root is a 0, and it encompasses everything because they meet right there. So that is what's happening right here at the center of this cross. This cross is 269 going west to the left, and now I've forgotten. I've done this so many times. Oh, I have to nail that one down first. Let's try this again. No, not that. Come on. More or less, yeah, 90 going that way. I was going to say that. I've been misspeaking myself a lot lately. I think it's information overload. So it's 90 going that way and 269 going this way. 269 this way is it's 3 days plus a gestation number, 3 days plus 266. This is the 266 Pope. Arriving on the 266th day. According to the schedule, he will be here on the 266th day on the 0, on the 9 and the 0 and the all and the nothing, which is directly in line from the Jefferson Memorial. And I showed you all the strange numbers about the Jefferson Memorial. You can, oh, here, I'll just show you the coordinates. Oh, maybe I won't go down that far. Oh, let me pause it and then I can, okay. Just so you can see in the lower right, we have the 38, the 11, and then the 5250, those are 7 sevens, and then there's a 16, that's a P. Of course, all right, I'm just going to show you that it's quite touchy when you get down into the smaller numbers, just so that you realize it could also be a 0, because a 97 is very close to a 0. Then on the other side, then for the west, it's 77 degrees, and then there's a 211. So it's almost like a B in between the 7 and the 11. I just want to show you all the 7s and the 11s having to do with this. This heading, though, being a 0 heading, is not the heading. If I was designing this event, like, you kind of have to put yourself inside the head of a madman. If you're designing an event that's supposed to instill terror and disappointment and take down everyone's vibe and, just stop all the humans from having their daily fun and have them turn on the news and everybody can sorrow over something. If you're going to create an event like that, where, they've been trying to make the Pope your friend, he's not your friend. I hope you didn't buy into all of that propaganda where he pretends to be your friend. You know, lots of people, you know, the thing is they use your decency against you. Good-hearted people are going to, you know, give the Pope a second chance, or even give the whole church a second chance. Oh, maybe the church is better now because the Pope is saying things that don't sound insane. Well, anyway, so they build up his likability, and then they're going to sacrifice him. And they've been building up other people's likability too, that I've been discussing. And so I think that we're going to have some false flags, some false assassinations. They're going to make them look really real. And people are going to be afraid to speak out because it's going to be such a national horrific event like 9/11 that, you know, if you speak out rationally on the topic, people are going to say, like, how can you speak rationally on this? You should be overcome with sadness. So the truthers are going to, it's going to be harder to pretty soon to speak about this when people are really feeling it. Well, anyway, if I was designing this, I would have the attack come from this direction, because this is the direction from the Georgia Guidestones. And you can see that it goes off to the Freedom Tower over there. Overall, from this to that is a difference of like 1 or 1.5 degrees. When you back out of here, it looks like a straight line. So I'll show you that. It's the line on the left. Okay, it's this line and that line. Well, anyway, the reason why I would choose this is because the symbolism of the Georgia Guidestones, or the reason why I think they would choose this is the symbolism of the Georgia Guidestones. Although this is a very tempting area too, but this one goes very near to the center of the cross. So here's the conception event here, and these are conception numbers, and this is the center of the cross, and here's the oh gosh, now you can't see the coordinates again. Hold on. Just let's look at the coordinates here. I should put a thumbnail or a push pin right here. It's 38 degrees 53 feet 21.92 north, and 77 degrees 2 feet 11.46 inches west. So yeah, of course it's going to be on that meridian. But anyway, I would have the attack come from this direction. So I just think they have something kind of poetic and symbolic planned here. And I don't know if I've laid this right. What do you guys think? I ended up using the whole height of Horus here. And I actually think that from what I've learned about recently about their religion, that might be a good idea to use the whole height of Horus. However, we don't have 7 and 8 steps. I think on the Lincoln Memorial we have a lot of steps, but I don't know if we have that. I've tried to count these before. All right, let me just pause it and see if I can take a look. All right, well, here's the one thing that you just need to know about Google Earth too, is here it looks like they have 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go down to the street view, it looks like there's 3 steps. And then from the street view, you really can't walk around to count the steps. You have to just count what they showed you. Also, I've counted these pillars before, and in the animated version, it's different from in the real version. So they must just do that to just make it harder for people to really, you know, talk about the numbers that are used in the architecture, because then you look ridiculous if first of all, you have to look at it for a long time to notice the discrepancy, so you can include that in your video, that there's a discrepancy. Otherwise, people are going to come back and say, well, okay, on this street view, I guess we can see it. On the other street view, oh, there's where the 3 is. And then here is not a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, we do have 8. Is this the first set? Looks like it is. So maybe we do have 8 and 7 steps, and that would confirm that I maybe placed the temple right. at least we have 8. This one is a 3, looks like. Oh, is it gonna let me go up here? You know, you gotta love Google Earth. Even if they have their headings strange. What happened to the set of steps I was just on? Yeah, this was the weird thing, because this is where I was before, and the set of 8 steps was missing. I think it's right there. Okay, there's the 8 steps. There's 3. Here's more, 3 more. And then there's 3 more, so that's 9. So that doesn't really fit with our 7. I could be counting them wrong. Well, anyway, just another thing to show here is that this would be the molten sea, and this is the brazen altar. So, I'm sorry to admit, I do not know what a brazen altar is about. But I think this is where the action's going to be. Alright, well, I hope I'm wrong, you guys. But if you want to do something, what's going to happen is, I think that Mr. Kati and a lot of other people are right in that there's going to be a great deception aimed at religious fundamentalists like Christians and Catholics. There's going to be the assassination of the Pope, and they also are talking about the return of possibly what they're calling Jesus. Now, because the teachings are distorted, we have to basically reassess everything and see whether Joshua is talking about coming back. Because now, see, the thing is if they're going to predict, when they make predictions and prophecies and then they cause them to come true, and we see that they are fulfilling their own prophecies, and we see how that is like a propaganda, crowbar on the mentality of people, and it just forces them to their knees to worship the fulfilled prophecy, and we see how well that's working for them. Then we need to at least rationally question every prophecy. So then, of course, there's also the concept of there could be a true second coming and there could be a false second coming. All of these things are possible. So I think you just need to kind of comfort the Christians around you and do your best to talk to them about the logic of creating prophecy and then fulfilling prophecy. Alright, so I just wanted to show you that I think I laid this down better this time. I don't know if it's completely right. If you guys have some suggestions about this and what these things mean, I think I have the Holy Holies in the right place now. Please let me know in the comments. Alright, talk to you later. Bye-bye. I was backing out of this and I was looking at the skull overlay as well, so I thought I would show you this. The skull's quite big, but you can see, and it's also a little bit off. It looks like it's in motion when I turn it off and on. But it took me forever to lay this down. Okay, well anyway, I wanted to show you that Solomon's Temple is right here in the center of the skull, just so that you can get the orientation. And that just like in the movies, they always show a snake going in the mouth or out the eye. Just, I'm sorry that it's a little out of phase here. Just like in the movies, we have this river, which was originally called Anacostia, I believe. And when I was over there in London, I saw a Potomac. I saw some Potomac. I think it was a river or a creek over there. Anyway, I'm sorry, had to flash on that. Here's Solomon's Temple, right in the mouth of the serpent, right here. Like if you think about this as the pearl or the pineal glands. I just wanted to show you how it fits in with the outer skull that they have put here. See, I didn't draw these outer yellow lines. but the serpent not only goes right to the pineal gland, is eating the pearl, but it it's part of the jawbone, and it comes out of the mouth and goes to the ocean. All right, fun with Freemasons on as we have these date countdowns. I hope that the good guys on the ground are gonna just, you know, turn all of their bombs into duds, and it would be so funny if they had a bunch of live cameras, you know, because, you know, they must have a lot of, they must be a little nervous. They must have some live cameras. I mean, I guess they have enough security that they can, you know, seize people's live cameras and still control the feed, but it would be, I think it would be funny to catch them in the act of staging something. So, I don't know. We could maybe wish for that, because I think that would be funny, you know. I guess we've caught them in the act before, but just to really catch them in the act, so that, you know, even the most brainwashed Twinkie eater, you know, Cheeto eating American is gonna drop his Cheeto and say, you know, he's gonna have a full realization, because it'll be undeniable. I mean, I guess we can wish for that, right? Or we could say to the mountain, move, and, you know, move that mountain so that that would actually happen. I just think that would make me smile. All right, I hope you guys are having a good day. Talk to you later.